guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chloe and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. In today's video, I do have a specific topic, or more, if I'm being more honest, a specific person that I want to talk about, and I want to give a huge disclaimer, trigger warning, eating disorders, disorder eating, veganism. If any of those things trigger you, please click off this video. We can see each other in the next video that I post. I will be discussing the phenomenon of Freelee the banana girl. If you were not on YouTube during the 2016 vegan YouTuber era, I think your mental health is probably really good. But just to give you a little bit of an explanation of how that was like and what was going on YouTube around 2016, 2015, there was this huge outburst of vegan YouTubers creating content, especially female YouTubers, but there were also some male YouTubers as well, where they would share what they eat in a day. Back then it was really popular to eat high carb, low fat diets. I don't believe in diets. I don't believe in any type of diets. I believe in intuitive eating. And I think, diet is very specific to every single person and blah, blah, blah. I remember that era of YouTube and the internet really influenced me, and the way that I saw myself, the way that I saw my body, the way that I thought that I should eat, and the way that I approached health. What I eat in the days of that time were fully dominated by very slim white women that were vegan, and they were showing how they ate. It was mostly fruit-based diets, and a really big voice in this community was Freelee the banana girl, who created a diet. She's not a dietitian, but she's not a health professional either, but she created a diet called Raw Till 4. The Raw Till 4 diet basically consisted on eating only fruits until 4 p.m. and then you can have one cooked meal that has to be like carb based. Basically it has to be mostly carbs. It's an incredibly restrictive diet. It has not been promoted by doctors or approved by doctors, and it was fully sold by Freelee as a weight loss diet. This is where things get very tangled in the whole era of vegan YouTubers. Are we selling these diets to sell cookbooks and weight loss, or are we selling these diets because it's healthy and veganism is healthy and it's good for your health? That is where it gets really tricky, and that's where most of the criticism to Freelee came. It was just her flaunting her, image and her body, which is not a bad thing, do you show yourself on the internet, who the fuck cares? But it was more of like what started this whole trend of what I eat in the days of this body shot in the thumbnails and what I eat in a day type of thing. I think it was really influenced by the vegans of that era. And I know a lot of other YouTubers, like the amazing Melanie Murphy. That's her book right there. That's Glass Houses by Melanie Murphy. I'm reading it. It's awesome so far. She was making food diary videos, and she was making what I eat in a day videos ever since like so long ago, like 2015. And she stopped because she realized that she was falling onto this trend. She made a video about this recently. Putting the body shot in the thumbnail without really realizing, and that creates the association of eat like this, look like me, which I think can be like completely unintentional and very unconscious, especially if you've been making those videos for a while. And I don't think that Melanie was ill-intended at all. But I do think that this all started, and we can track it back to vegan YouTubers and their what I eat in the days, and specifically Freelee. The influence and the impact that Freelee had on so many young girls is actually terrifying. When I found Freelee, I was around 18 years old, and I was already sick with an eating disorder. I've talked about my eating disorder before, but I had, and I'm still recovering from atypical anorexia. I'm doing really well, guys, now, and I've been in active recovery for a while. I'm doing fantastic, but for a really long time, like a decade, it was really shit. I do not blame Freelee for giving me an eating disorder and all these things, but it was absolutely not a good space to fall into when I was already having really bad body image and an eating disorder. That type of diet is so restrictive, and for someone that already has an eating disorder, it's just so dangerous to fall onto that, like to come across that channel. I remember saying things to myself like, it's not restrictive because I'm not counting calories. It's not restrictive because I'm eating all this food. And it was incredibly restrictive when it comes to food groups. It was incredibly restrictive with the types of food that you could eat and the types of food that you could not eat. It was just not enjoyable. Like, I don't know, maybe some people would find it super enjoyable and delicious and whatever, but I really craved things that I couldn't have because I was following a very stupid diet by someone who's not even a dietitian or health professional. I think the impact that freelee the banana girl had on a whole bunch of women and probably some men too, in regards to their body image, to their weight, to their diets, and the influence that she absolutely had on people that were already sick with eating disorders is absolutely terrifying. That's a very dangerous channel to come across. So if curiosity is getting the most of you right now, and you're like, I want to go check her out, please do not. Please seek help if you are struggling with an eating disorder or if you're struggling with your body image. I know it might be tempting to click on these channels because it looks like a quick solution to all of your problems and all of your mental issues, but it will just make things worse. And I want to repeat this one more time. freelee did not give me an eating disorder. I already had an eating disorder when I came across her channel, but it didn't really fucking help to find her and to fall into her trap. The blame game with veganism as well, it's just such a twisted thing. I can appreciate how passionate she is about the animals and how aggressive she is with her message. You know, that's her method, and I think, you know, you do you, that's perfectly fine. But in the context of mixing it with like mixed messages of, oh, we're doing this for the planet and for the environment, and also look as lean as fuck and look super skinny, like, which one is it? You're trying to sell veganism in with two very different approaches. Like, pick one. The whole ethical aspect of the diet, like Russell 4 diet, really helped me mask my eating disorder for years. I was able to be like, oh no, this is not for my looks at all, when I knew that it was to lose weight, but I was like, oh no, this is for the animals, this is for, you know, the planet and whatever. And I'm not saying that freelee is also masking her eating disorder. I can't diagnose her, but I know that a lot of people who already had eating disorders were probably doing that when they were watching her content and following her diet. I don't think veganism is bad. I think veganism works for so many people. I do know that it's really good for the environment. It's really good for the animals. It's good for your health. I think, you know, I'm not against veganism at all. I celebrate it. I eat vegan sometimes. I have vegan friends. Like, I think vegan food can be delicious. So, like, I have nothing against veganism. I was vegan for 5 years, for fuck's sake. I'm just directing this video to, that's a kitty, to any girl or guy who is already struggling and might feel tempted to fall into her claws. That is a very poisonous space of the internet. That's a very dark side of the internet. And yeah, I hope you don't click on that channel. And this is just a warning that that is one of the most toxic, poisonous places I've seen on the internet so far. And I don't want any more people to fall into that trap. I can also make a whole separate video about what I think about what I eat in the days, because I'm not against them. I do what I eat in the day sometimes. I did 2 so far. And I love them. I find them so entertaining to watch. Like, I love Melanie Murphy's Food Diary Friday videos, even though she doesn't make them anymore. But I totally understand like the controversy of, you know, putting a body shot and showing your body, and that's why I don't do that. That's also why I don't claim to be a health professional when I make the videos. I'm like, hey, this is what I ate. This is not me saying you should eat like me or you will look like me. You know, my body doesn't matter. The only reason why I share what I eat is because I used to be really sick with an eating disorder. I've been in active recovery for a while, been doing fantastic, and I want to inspire people who might be in a really dark place to actually take care of their health and, you know, start their recovery, or, you know, just to be emotional support for people that might also be in recovery. It could be recipe inspiration. It could be the satisfaction of watching someone that's eating a normal portion. Like, it's eating, and I know normal is a really confusing word, and what the fuck does it actually mean, right? But what I mean personally is an appropriate, moderate, and balanced amount of food in every sense of the way, of being nutritiously dense, but also relaxed and flexible. It's the combination, it's 80-20, we've been here, we know this. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, if you would like to see me talking about what I eat in the days, or if you want to see more what I eat in the days from me, my next videos are probably going to be book reviews. I'm finishing up Glass Houses and If Only by Melanie Murphy. Yes, I'm reading both at the same time because I'm insane. I will be making those 2 book reviews very soon. And yeah, just let me know what you guys want to talk about in the next video. I can, you know, I can keep, you know, spilling the tea if I want to, but I didn't want to come across too aggressive in this video because I do not hate freelee. I do not hate her. I have nothing but like best wishes for her, and I wish that she is in a really good place right now. but we have to warn people about dangerous spaces on the internet because there's some vulnerable people out there, and I've been one of those people before. Falling into those places is really fucking easy. So there's that. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have an amazing day, and yeah, I'll see you guys.